Question number 401. Question. Which British Columbian circled the globe in a wheelchair to raise funds for spinal cord research? Option A, Terry Fox. Option B, Mark Tewksbury. Option C, Rick Hansen. Option D, Paul Henderson. The answer is C, Rick Hansen. Question number 402. Question. Terry Fox run Marathon of Hope across Canada to raise money for which of the following? Option A, multiple sclerosis research. Option B, cancer research. Option C, heart disease research. Option D, Parkinson disease research. The answer is B, cancer research. Question number 403. Question. The Canadian province known for its extensive oil sands and natural gas production is Option A, Alberta. Option B, British Columbia. Option C, Saskatchewan. Option D, Quebec. The answer is A, Alberta. Question number 404. Question. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms begins with which phrase? Option A, We the People. Option B, O Canada. Option C, Whereas Canada is founded upon principles. Option D, In the beginning. The answer is C, Whereas Canada is founded upon principles. Question number 405. Question. Which province, with 40% of the arable land in Canada, was once known as the breadbasket of the world? Option A, British Columbia. Option B, Alberta. Option C, Saskatchewan. Option D, Manitoba. The answer is C, Saskatchewan.
Question number 406. Question. In what year did the Constitution of Canada was amended to entrench the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms? Option A, 1982. Option B, 1867. Option C, 1969. Option D, 2001. The answer is A, 1982. Question number 407. Question. Which of the following Canadian lakes is the largest freshwater lake in the world by surface area? Option A, Lake Superior. Option B, Lake Ontario. Option C, Great Bear Lake. Option D, Lake Huron. The answer is C, Great Bear Lake. To question number 408. Question. Canada's system of government is best described as Option A, a dictatorship. Option B, a monarchy. Option C, a parliamentary democracy. Option D, a presidential system. The answer is Option C, a parliamentary democracy. Question number 409. Question. Which legal document first defined Canada's Constitution? Option A, the British North America Act, 1867. Option B, the Constitution Act, 1982. Option C, the Statute of Westminster, 1931. Option D, the Magna Carta. The answer is Option A, the British North America Act, 1867. Question number 410. Question. Which of the following groups was prevented from immigrating to Canada by the imposition of a head tax in 1885 by Canada? Option A, Mexicans. Option B, Indians. Option C, Chinese. Option D, Africans. The answer is Option C, Chinese. The question number 411. Question. Which city is the capital of Canada and the seat of its federal government? Option A, Toronto. Option B, Montreal. Option C, Ottawa. Option D, Vancouver. The answer is Option C, Ottawa. Question number 412. Question. What is the primary significance of the Battle of the Plains of Abraham, 1759, in Canadian history? Option A, it led to the British conquest of New France. Option B, It marked Canada's independence from France. Option C. It was the last major battle of the 7 Years' War. Option D. It initiated the French Revolution. The answer is option A. It led to the British conquest of New France. Question number 413. Question: what significant Canadian cultural event takes place annually in Toronto? Option A. The Toronto International Film Festival. Option B. The Calgary Stampede. Option C. The Montreal Jazz Festival. Option D. The Vancouver Marathon. The answer is option A. The Toronto International Film Festival. Question number 414. Question: in Canada, the movement to reduce and eventually ban the use of single-use plastics was significantly advanced in option A, 2019, option B, 2020, option C, 2018, option D, 2021. The answer is option B, 2020. Question number 415. Question: which act formed the foundation of Canada's legal system? Option A. The Constitution Act, 1982. Option B. The British North America Act, 1867. Option C. The Quebec Act. Option D. The Statute of Westminster. The answer is option B. The British North America Act, 1867. Question number 416. Question: which rights of Aboriginal people guaranteed in the Charter will not be adversely affected? Option A. Land rights. Option B. Education rights. Option C. Treaty or other rights or freedom. Option D. Work rights. The answer is option C. Treaty or other rights or freedom. Question number 417. Question: by the 1960s, how many Canadian immigrants have origins other, option A, than British or French? Option B, half. Option C, 1/3. Option D, 1/4. And the answer is option B, 1/3. Question number 418. Question: what significant environmental achievement is Canada known for, being one of the world's largest producers of? Option A. Hydroelectric power. Option B. Solar power. Option C. Nuclear energy. Option D. Wind energy. The answer is option A. Hydroelectric power. Question number 419. Question: which Canadian was the first to win a Nobel Prize, awarded for discoveries in the field of physics, in 1923? Option A. Frederick Banting. Option B. Lester B. Pearson. Option C. Richard Taylor. Option D. Ernest Rutherford. The answer is option D. Ernest Rutherford. Question number 420. Question: what global event led to a significant increase in Canada's population in the early 20th century? Option A. The Great Depression. Option B. The World Wars. Option C. The discovery of gold in the Yukon. Option D. The completion of the Canadian Pacific Railway. The answer is option B. The World Wars. Question number 421. Question: Supreme Court of Canada consists of how many judges? Option A, 12. Option B, 9. Option C, 3. Option D, 6. The answer is option B, 9. Question number 422. Question: Canadian senator serves until the age of option A, 65. Option B, 60. Option C, 70. Option D, 75. The answer is option D, 75. Question number 423. Question: What is the primary role of the Speaker in the House of Commons? Option A, to represent their constituency. Option B, to vote on legislation. Option C, to preside over debates and ensure order. Option D, to appoint members to committees. The answer is option C, to preside over debates and ensure order. Question number 424. Question: the Canadian Shield, a massive geological shield that covers half of Canada, is rich in Option A, forests. Option B, lakes. Option C, minerals. Option D, ice caps. The answer is option C, minerals. Question number 425.
Question number 425. Question: what percentage of Aboriginal people in Canada are Métis? Option A, 20%. Option B, 60%. Option C, 5%. Option D, 30%. The answer is option D, 30%.
Question number 426. Question: Canada took over vast northwest region in 1869 from Option A, Métis. Option B, Hudson's Bay Company. Option C, United States. Option D, French. The answer is option B, Hudson's Bay Company. Question number 427. Question: a bill requires how many readings in the Parliament during the lawmaking process? Option A, 3 times. Option B, 1 time. Option C, 4 times. Option D, 2 times. The answer is option A, 3 times. Question number 428. Question: who is considered the father of Medicare in Canada? Option A, John A. Macdonald. Option B, Tommy Douglas. Option C, Pierre Elliott Trudeau. Option D, Lester B. Pearson. The answer is option B, Tommy Douglas. Question number 429. Question: which province is known as the birthplace of Confederation? Option A, Ontario. Option B, Quebec. Option C, Prince Edward Island. Option D, Newfoundland and Labrador. The answer is option C, Prince Edward Island. Question number 430. Question: in what year did the Royal Proclamation of 1763, which established the basis for negotiating treaties with Aboriginal peoples, occur? Option A, 1763. Option B, 1867. Option C, 1982. Option D, 1960. The answer is option A, 1763. Question number 431. Question: serve in the jury is the responsibility of Option A, who own the land. Option B, who are professional or expert in the matter. Option C, everyone. Option D, who own a house. The answer is option C, everyone. Question number 432. Question: which Canadian innovation is recognized as playing a key role in the development of early radio technology? Option A, the BlackBerry. Option B, the Canadarm. Option C, the snowmobile. Option D, the radio valve. The answer is option D, the radio valve. Question number 433. Question: in the 3 territories, the federal government is represented by who? Option A, a territorial prime minister. Option B, a regional governor. Option C, a head of territory. Option D, a commissioner. The answer is option D, a commissioner. Question number 434. Question: which of the following is not a component of the oath of citizenship? Option A, loyalty to the sovereign. Option B, Obey law and Constitution of Canada. Option C. Serve in Canadian Forces. Option D. Fulfill the duties as a Canadian citizen. The answer is option C. Serve in Canadian Forces. Question number 435. Question. Which Canadian invention is known for its use in space exploration? Option A. The snowmobile. Option B. The pacemaker. Option C. The Canadarm. Option D. Insulin. The answer is option C. The Canadarm. Question number 436. Question. Canada's involvement in the creation of which international peacekeeping body showcased its commitment to global peace? Option A. The United Nations. Option B. NATO. Option C. The Commonwealth. Option D. The League of Nations. The answer is option A. The United Nations. Question number 437. Question. Which Canadian Prime Minister is credited with the creation of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms? Option A. Pierre Elliott Trudeau. Option B. Lester B. Pearson. Option C. John Diefenbaker. Option D. Brian Mulroney. The answer is option A. Pierre Elliott Trudeau. Question number 438. Question. The Group of Seven is well known in Canada for their contributions to option A. Science. Option B. Literature. Option C. Art. Option D. Politics. The answer is option C. Art. Question number 439. Question. Who was the first woman to become Prime Minister of Canada? Option A. Kim Campbell. Option B. Ellen Fairclough. Option C. Adrienne Clarkson. Option D. Mika Lejeune. The answer is option A. Kim Campbell. Question number 440. Question. The historic figure Terry Fox is celebrated for his Marathon of Hope across Canada to raise funds for option A. Cancer research. Option B. Heart disease research. Option C. Environmental conservation. Option D. Educational programs. The answer is option A. Cancer research. Question number 441. Question. Federal court deals with matters of option A. Provinces. Option B. Federal government. Option C. Territories. Option D. Taxation. The answer is option B. Federal government. Question number 442. Question. Mount Logan, the highest mountain in Canada, is in what province or territory? Option A. Northwest Territories. Option B. British Columbia. Option C. Yukon. Option D. Nunavut. The answer is option C. Yukon. Question number 443. Question. Which city is the headquarter of Royal Canadian Mounted Police? Option A. Winnipeg. Option B. Saskatoon. Option C. Edmonton. Option D. Regina. The answer is option D. Regina. Question number 444. Question. Who are the Métis? Option A. A distinct indigenous people of mixed ancestry. Option B. The original French settlers in New France. Option C. A group of indigenous people living in the Arctic. Option D. Descendants of the United Empire Loyalists. The answer is option A. A distinct indigenous people of mixed ancestry. Question number 445. Question. The piece of paper you vote on is called option A. A voter information card. Option B. A ballot. Option C. A writing. Option D. A voter's list. The answer is option B. A ballot. Question number 446. Question. Anglophones are generally referred to as option A. English Canadians. Option B, British Canadians. Option C, Canadian Englishmen. Option D, United Umpire Loyalist. The answer is option A, English Canadians. Question number 447. Question. Sir John Alexander Macdonald, first Prime Minister of Canada, is portrayed on which Canadian currency note? Option A, $20 bill. Option B, $10 bill. Option C, $1 coin. Option D, $5 bill. The answer is option B, $10 bill. Question number 448. Question. What are the three main industries in Canada? Option A, natural resources, computer technology, and automotive. Option B, service, manufacturing, and natural resources. Option C, service, manufacturing, and agriculture. Option D, service, manufacturing, and trading. The answer is option B, service, manufacturing, and natural resources. Question number 449. Question. What emblem is at the center of the national flag of Canada? Option A, a beaver. Option B, a fleur-de-lis. Option C, a maple leaf. Option D, an eagle. The answer is option C, a maple leaf. Question number 450. Question. The policy that ensures French and English have equal status in Canadian government institutions is known as Option A, official bilingualism. Option B, multiculturalism. Option C, dual language policy. Option D, linguistic equality. The answer is option A, official bilingualism.